So right here, he wanted an intro. So before I go, there was a segment where there was a video playing of an intro, and the video intro went into this. And so he wanted, I tried to keep the drums. First I'm gonna solo the drums so you can, I kept it real African drums, war cry, you know, really, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep authentic to the song, you know what I'm saying? I didn't just put no shaker and no click on there or no, be creative with your stuff. Be creative with it. You hear that loop? It makes you wanna, it's a war cry song. I use stylists for this and different other drum stuff. I play some of them out, you know, and just, you gotta make sure the song is authentic and it feels good. So that's the first thing I did, you know, start with a loop that feels good. The loop drives the song. It ain't in the way of the drummer and it ain't in the way of the artist. It just feels good. So when that loop come on, you know, it's it feels good. So that's the number one thing. Make sure your loop feels good. Don't just put a shaker in a snap or, you know, be creative, be a producer with your stuff. Came up with an intro. I'm gonna put dummy piano in there so that can hear. So I put a small intro in there, so you guys, I already had a video intro, so I put a small intro to establish the song. So a video came, then the drum started, then everybody came in just to establish the song. A wise man once told me, Rick Walford told me, you're gonna have to start. If you're gonna start the song, start it. You're gonna end it. Don't play with it.
Listen, I hope you are enjoying this, but I got something really, really crazy that I want to show you. Check this out.
When you got one of those modes where I don't know what to do, I'm stuck.
You're right.
All I do is listen to something like that, and it's like, okay, now
I
got something.
Exactly.
I have like every single plugin. For some plugins, you be spending like hours just trying to find that one sound. You took the time to really curate and find like a group of like sounds that's really usable, that get straight to the point.
You're giving them enough to get started so they can walk into a room with someone and be like, all right, man, what am I missing?
I love the plugin, man. I think it's incredible. I think people are gonna be like, wow. I mean, you got the sounds, people looking for sounds like that. Look, now they just get the plugin.
You know what I mean? So you literally can just cook a complete record, like just from this plugin. And for me, it's like not about a whole bunch of sounds, it's about production.
He gonna come out the gate sounding legit.
Yeah.
Out the gate sounding legit because of something like this. So I'm telling everybody, man, get the juice pack.
It's the truth, bro. I got to have it.
It's fire. It's definitely juice. D-Lo got the juice.
Okay? And so make sure everybody's together. And drums. Just strings. I got strings. A little sound effect. Embellish. Sounds to embellish the sounds. We out. Yep. Record. First verse, I keep it straight. Keep it straight, just embellish it. The Christmas special. So that's what I mean by transitions. Me and Ty sat down. We talked about this. and we walked through it, and we wanted to add Christmas elements to this song because it was a Christmas special. So instead of the normal modulation, we came up with Joy to the World, putting Joy to the World in it. And that was our transition in one key and then transition to another. Transitions are important when you're arranging because it embellishes your sound. It embellishes the programming, the music. It embellishes it. So notice I didn't play the normal Joy to the World. You can always substitute your notes. You can always, in transitions, it don't have to be as bland or as simple. It can be just enough sauce and effective. I did. See that? I did just like that. And then went up again. Same thing. So moving on. Now this is when stuff starts to get interesting. The second verse, you start adding a little bit more. More sounds, chord. Just simple things. Back to the record. Simple things. Strings are big, bells are big. Everything lines up with the vocals. Just a simple movement. Had a flute in there, that's from her stem. Orchestra hits to establish where we at. Transition. So I normally put orchestra hits in places where it's transitions, where the band is playing. I don't do it while the vocals are singing. I try not to do it. I try not to make sure it's in the way so the orchestra hits are in there. I always add strings on top of my orchestra hits. Bells, you know, that's the standard gospel thing. I don't like bells all the time, but it embellishes the sound, especially live. And then I also muted the bells as well because my aux player played it live. So he played bells live. He played a lot of the synth live. So a lot of stuff I actually muted, but they were just in there just in case. You just never know. And also I did it demo-wise so he can feel how the record needs to go. And so now we're at the vamp. I did a transition, a small transition to establish where I'm going while Miss Judith McAllister is doing her declaration. We're doing a band interlude. It's not much, it's effective. And when it's effective, it just brings about power. So did a small, that's my lead guitar line. Vamp. Play the record. Simple. Normally I come up here and I add. Now so in the vamp, you have to start when programming and playing and arranging. Always establish your sections. Establish your first verse, your chorus, your bridge. Don't come out the gate doing whatever. You know, I did a transition going into the vamp. And so that's, now let the vamp tell a story. Now let your artist be the artist. Let your artist do what they do best. Now we in the vamp. Let her do her declaration. We just supporting her. So right during the track, you'll hear me doing. Stay in the pocket. Everybody needs to be playing that. Let the stems, let the track work for itself and let your artist do it. you know, dynamics as well. And then right after 4 bars, all you hear is you know, and so you let that build. That let me know the 3-part harmony is coming. So here, simple.
We worship, adore you. We declare nobody like you.
Now,
We worship, adore you. We declare nobody like you. We worship, adore you.
get the strings with it.
We declare nobody
Now
like
we building.
We worship, adore you.
Now the bass is moving. The strings done got dynamics. Now watch this transition chord right here. Now we had a declaration. The orchestra hits for the drums, bass, guitar. Everybody's hitting those hits. It's a declaration. We all establishing the song. Let the artist do what you do. Now we out. Transition back to. See what I'm saying? Transitions. She's doing her thing now. Strings, that's when strings come about. Strings do the soft parts. You know? Melodic stuff. See how that drum loop is? You can't feel it with just a little shaker and a click. So right there, I added a little special because it was just, it wasn't moving. So to get to the next level, I call them specials. A little minor little chord change. Easy. Watch this. See that? Out again. Now the drummer can cut up. Orchestra hits. Now we out. I hear that lick. Now it was a different da 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 da. Just the small things matter. I didn't do da 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 da. I didn't do that in the middle. I did it at the end, you know, because that establishes certain licks for me and for the band when I'm arranging. It establishes where we are in the song. So I didn't do that in the middle of the song, but I did it at the end. So now that lets me know we're at the end, you know? So play it again. Okay, that flute, keep going. That's part of the record. Now we out. Strings now. That makes the song, the sound so much bigger. Now we at the song. We done took the whole church on a roller coaster. Hear them strings holding? Everybody? Now we're gonna do a simple chord change. Just to end the song. You know? Right here. Right. Now we holding. That's when the band is holding. And wherever you go, they will hallelujah. Hallelujah. And you have your band, you're doing your thing, and do it again. All of that. And then somebody may go to church. You know, you keep going, and then I go back to that minor. Then I go back to that minor, and then we end it. It's a story. You have to tell a story with your stems. You know, certain things that you can't play. Not to say you can't play, but you want to free yourself. Work smarter, not harder. Especially if it's TV. I have strings in there. The orchestra hits. And of course, I unmuted a lot of things, but my guy was playing, my aux guy was playing synth and organ and bells. And sometimes I like to just keep the synth in there just because it makes the sound fat. Especially if you only have a 4-piece band or a 5-piece band. I keep it in there, but I keep it tucked a little bit. Always keep your vocals on top. Never compromise your vocals so people can understand the song. You know, my orchestra hits was in there. Boom. My loop was big. I didn't even, you know, I just didn't do for drummers or producers or MDs. Don't just put a little shaker and a snap or a little clap. Produce your drum loops. Make them huge. Make them big. And so I embellished sounds. I added little transitional things in there, and it made the sound bigger. Now imagine when the band is playing on it. When the band is playing on top of it, it's an amazing, amazing sound.
Praises unto my King, yeah. I will sing praises unto my King, yeah. He is creator of everything. Welcome my friend, Dr. Judy Christian McCann. And I will exalt his name, adore you. I will exalt his name, adore you. Give honor and reverence forevermore. Honor and reverence forevermore. We lift up our hands. Come on, to our God, to our God, to our God, to our God, to we ascribe, God we ascribe. what you came to do. Let's bless the Lord.